It's Saturday, you know what that means. It is The Grind Show. It is a Saturday show keeping you in the know of information that's coming into and around Marvel Contest of Champions. And definitely, we've got a humdinger of a week. The show on a weekly basis is not possible without the amazing work of Dan of Frontline MCOC. You can go and check it in the link in the description. Myself and Dan do a podcast. Well, we try to do it on a weekly basis. We've been trying to book special Kabam-related guests, which has been a bit of a nightmare, I must admit. But we are going to come back and do a podcast episode and regularly do them. We are going to kick off next week's with a special Cyber Weekend one, so look out for that one. So I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update, because I know that people do ask, like, is a podcast? What's podcast? When a podcast? We are trying. We wanted to make a special 100 episode edition. It's just, Kabam do be difficult. They really do. Not for other people, but seems to be for me for some reason. We'll kick off the show with a Saturday. We normally do that because some things drop on a Saturday. Not all the time, but sometime. Like last week, it was all about the incursion, milestone, resets and top zone bonuses. But on Saturday, you will see yourself potentially having a hero use 22-hour event. Very important. We're getting the last dregs of the units before Cyber Weekend deals drop. And the only other thing happening on a Saturday is there's going to be an Alliance Wars that will be on at the latter point of the day. So not a huge amount is going on. Use this time wisely to catch up with stuff, blitz permanent content you need to do, catch up with the monthly quest, all that kind of lovely stuff. Sunday this week is going to be a bit of a boring time. Well, last week we had things like the Not Another Anime solo event, and also we had the Unbreakable Arena dropping. It is then going into a little bit of Dullsville, and I kind of am worried, like, you know, is Kabam always can do this with, like, well, are they planning something really spicy towards the end of the month? What's going on? But look, Sunday is a bit, yeah, dull. We have got a hero use event on for those that want to kind of just grind. It's an easy one to do, hero use. Use your top champion in some lower content, do a bit of arena, do whatever, and that can be beneficial to you. Also, there is going to be an arena on. There will be an Alpha Catalyst arena, you know, if you want to get some Alpha Catalyst, because, wow, like some people do go and grab it, especially for the 30 units. Apart from that, there's no real need for it, to be honest. On to Monday now, and this is when we might get a bit of business. What's a bit of business? Well, bit of business could be a 22-hour event, which looks like it's going to be a level up, so that's good. I do like a nice level up event, don't you? I usually leave a few champions to level up, just so I'm scooping a little bit of units, revives, and health potion. Love that stuff. Also, there will be the Black ISO Market reset, FYI. This will be, for those that spend, a reset on the featured crystal. So if you're looking to get something with 2,000 6-star shards off the normal RRP, regular retail price, then you will get yourself that one. There is also on Monday a store reset for Battlegrounds if you are indeed looking for it, of spending your lovely trophy tokens. Do bear in mind you'll be getting your free compensation at some point. It could be on the Monday. Now, something to point out, I'm not 100% sure. By the time this video comes out, it could be a case it has been confirmed, but I am waiting for information to confirm when Season 3 dates are going to be there. It is thought that the 21st of November should be the week we start off with Season 3 of Battlegrounds. As I said, it's not 100% guaranteed that's the case, but, you know, you've got to kind of like think about a week break, which it normally has, and then it's back again for that. I'm sure we'll probably cover that in some content or give you that 100% information. The only other thing coming on a Monday is the arena number 2 when it comes to Shuri. You know, we love Shuri, but also we like Wong, and asking the question of what indeed went Wong. So if you like yourself Shuri and you like yourself Wong, Wong's in the basic, Shuri is the featured, and that is going to be the round 2. MCN will cover the results of that on, oh, I want to say Tuesday, actually, because I think we got stuff on Monday. It's a very busy day. So maybe an MCN, maybe not. We'll have to kind of like see about that. And there's an Alliance War that's on. So that's another thing. Do bear in mind, we are coming into the business end of the eligibility side of things, which is going to be in the next few days. So yeah, lots on Monday. Maybe for some, maybe for others. Some people don't like Battlegrounds, so. And one last thing to add into on Monday is that the AQ cycle will end. So then you'll be able to free up your roster to do all the stuff that you like in game. You know, the stuff you like. And the stuff you like will be very important for the Tuesday. Because on Tuesday, or Tuesday, British Day of Chewing, right, 22-hour event should be hero use. Maybe, maybe not. No. You know, the stuff... And the stuff you like could indeed be on Tuesday, like a 22-hour event, which could be arena wins. So go and do those arenas. And also the incursions. I would say to do incursions. Like, I've got to grind through some incursions. By the time that this video is recorded, I'm hoping that I've done all of my zones for incursions. I do like incursions, funnily enough. I'm just figuring out my best teams and stuff between Hercules, King Group, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Doctor Doom, and a few other ones I'm experimenting around with. I'm trying to get like the most ideal teams for the ideal kind of situations, or at least have a main body team and then have rotationary champions that I can then sandwich in with them. It's a work in progress, as much as everything is with MCOC, but that's really what's on. Use the time wisely. Again, Tuesday's a bit of a dull lull day, but if Battlegrounds are back, players may opt to go and grind Battlegrounds. Wednesday sees a little bit more action, and when it comes to a little bit more action, it means that the side quest does allow you to do another Reliquary Gate open. I think that I was about to say like relatively blah, 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 you know, not use my words properly. But yeah, you get another key, you get to open on a side quest. Do all of them, make sure you do all the difficulties, you get the free shards. I know it may not be certain rewards for some people, but here's the thing, you get Tooth and Claw crystal shards. That's helpful. That can give many a spicy opening. Of course it can. Eternity of Pain Eternity of Pain 4 week 5, and week 5 is the Gauntlet, so that's something to watch out for with that one. I'm not 100% sure if it's the final Eternity of Pain. I don't know if these will be continuing on forever. The nodes wise, do you know what? This number 4 has actually been relatively good so far compared with some of the other ones. There's been some iffy ones, but apart from that, I haven't had so many issues as I've had with previous ones. But look, face it, make use of it whilst we've got it, and hopefully it does come back at a later date. But you know, well rewarded, fantastically rewarded. In any case, what else happens on Wednesday? And that is that we've got our saves and AQ enlistment for those lovely officers. And as well, the arena that to look out for is the tier 4 basic for the ones that grinded. Don't know if Kabam are ever going to buff those. Really weird. But in any case, the 22-hour event should be an event quest completion, so look out for that as well. On to Thursday now. It's a bit of a dull day, especially because we've got hero uses a 22-hour event. Mordo is in the basic arena, so look out for that one. And between hero use, alliance wars, and AQ cycle beginning, it's just a standard dull day in MCOC. Again, you may feel like you want to focus on different type of content that is engaging, interesting. You might even grind in different areas. You may be getting the last amount of units possible in order to get Cyber Weekend deals, quite possibly. Finishing off the week is Friday. This is a very important day, right? Even though the things I'm going to say at the moment, like they've got a level up event, it's 22-hour event, and as well it is Alliance Wars Season 38 eligibility deadline. So that's the point to mention as well, with the volume of, wars that you have to do and that kind of stuff. So that's important to mention. So yeah, if you were joining a new alliance, that's really important to know that. But the final thing, and the most important thing about this particular day, is that it is Black Friday, which means that Cyber Monday is on the 28th of November. So what does that mean? That indeed means it is going to be Cyber Weekend deals. And now here's the thing, if you remember Cyber Weekend deals from 2021, they were put in a very different way. They looked a little bit like this. Now there's no guarantee Kabam are going to roll out exactly the same type of deal structure and format. I personally hope they do, because the biggest problem with July 4th deals was that it didn't give players choice. You were gated into a certain area, and as well the extent of rank 4 6-star materials were slim. If you had to spend 18,000 units in order to get yourself as a Paragon player access to a rank fully formed rank 3 to rank 4 gem, and 15,000 units if you're a Thronebreaker to get, I think it was 1 tier 6 basic and a half, something like that. I'm either right or wrong with that one. I did a full video on this, on the predictions, which also went over my old spreadsheet of last year and also July 4th deals of this year. So it's amalgamated all those things into one. You can still check that out. It's it's on the channel. But yeah, next week me and Dan are going to be doing a podcast devoted to Cyber Weekend deals. I'm also going to be making about 2 to 3 videos, which will be out. 2 will be out on Friday and 1 will be out on Saturday, devoted to the topic, because you will have a good enough time to make decisions. And I would say to people is, don't rush in. Fools rush in. Take time. Look at your resources. Look at your stash. Look at, you know, shards. Look at where you are in the game. Look at so many different variables, and then come to logical decisions. Because it's, especially for a free-to-play player or a non-spending player, like, you have to make some decisions. And the same thing with me. Like, I've got to make decisions. I've got 22,600 units at the point of recording this video, and I have to make very, you know, important decisions. I'm a Paragon player. I want to make gains. I want to make gains with prestige. I want to make gains with relics. I want to make gains in certain different areas. Roster for development, for Battlegrounds, stuff that, you know, I missed off 2 months of kind of like not crafting a meta of my roster. So I need to now work 2 months in the future and kind of think, okay, well, how am I taking my roster for a strong Battlegrounds deck? So a lot of things like that. I've kind of amalgamated this into my top tip of the week. So I think that's probably what I'm doing right now, is kind of like, this is a Friday / top tip of the week, in that think, spend time. Like, this is a good time right now, is to think about like next week and go, okay, Cyber Weekend's dropping. I may have some units to spend on this. You may be spending. Let's think. If you're spending, you're spending, right? It's all about where you're taking your roster. Look at things like your champions. Go, okay, right, well, I really could do with a 2020 or 2021 champion, which I might get in the selector. I also need to be looking at my Battlegrounds deck, which you can't access now. It's kind of like, so, all right, there it is, to kind of make those decisions. But think about metas. Think about champions that frustrate you in Battlegrounds. Think about acquiring those champions. Think about awakening those champions, because their signature abilities are going to pee you off. Think about all of those things, those variables, and write down on a piece of paper. You don't have to like type it on something. Just write on a piece of paper and just go like, okay, well, these are the champions I want to get. These are the champions I would need to rank up. So therefore, I would need these items, these resources, and then go against your inventory, going, okay, well, if I save up this, this, and this, I'll get this. Make those decisions. Structure yourself, and kind of think about, you know, taking your roster to the end of the year. And the future plans. Rome wasn't built in a day, but you can start with small little W's, and a small little W, maybe looking at this. So it could be a case the deals look like this, or they look like the July 4th deals, which we've seen before, where it's like, you know, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and 3,000 unit deals, something like that. But yeah, like, that could be the case, maybe not the case. But that was my top tip of the week and Friday. It all amalgamated into one. So thanks very much for watching this video. Check out some other content located on here. Have a lovely weekend, whatever you're doing. And I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.